Okay, this is the children's sermon. It is that time for the children's sermon. I would very much like to see, where's my buddy Raphael, and Wiley, and Kennedy, and Cohen, hi Cohen, and Sophia, and Amelia. I hope you see this. And good morning, Daniel, and Hudson, and Savannah, and Lane. I've missed seeing you. And I hope you see this, Cora, and Riley, and Halo, and Taylor, and Gianna, and Adrian. This is today's children's sermon. So this is, in the church year, we call this, it is the second Sunday after Christmas. Have you ever heard the song, the first day of Christmas, my true love came to me? And there's 12 days of Christmas. So the first day of Christmas is December 5th, and then the last day of Christmas is the day of Epiphany. Say that with me, Epiphany, January 6th. And so today we get the second Sunday of Christmas and the Epiphany text. And the Epiphany story is always the story of the, I'm going to call them Magi, and I'll explain more, following the star. So first I'm going to ask you, do you know what a horoscope is? So for example, I always thought I was a Pisces because I was born in March, but then I found out I'm born at the end of March, which makes me an Aries. It's your star sign. Well, growing up in a Christian household, it wasn't forbidden for me to read the horoscope in the newspaper every day, but it was kind of like good Christians don't believe in the horoscope. Good Christians believe in Jesus and don't believe that their fate is determined by what star sign they were born under. So even today, it's considered kind of a no-no thing for good Christians to do, to believe in their horoscope. So it's surprising, and it's called astrology. Say that with me, astrology. Astronomy is the study of the stars. Astrology is the study of the star signs. And so today we meet in the text what are called the three wise men. And we think there's three of them because they brought three gifts. But we don't know, there could have been 300 of them for all we know. And they come to Jesus bearing gifts at his birth. And so that's why we also call them kings. But it doesn't say that they're kings. It calls them magi, like magicians. So they're these magicians or sorcerers. What does it mean that they were practicing magic? And they were watching a star, looking for signs in the stars. And God used the stars. He used this study of astrology to guide them in. He put a star in the sky above Bethlehem to guide them in. And so they were likely from Persia, which is modern-day Iran. So we get just the oddest group of fellows at this story. Here's the birth of the Jewish Messiah, and gathered there now are these Persian, stargazing, astrologist sorcerers or magicians. They have no place at the birth of the Jewish Messiah, and yet God draws them in, and Matthew sees fit to include their presence in the story. And so I think it's meant to kind of blow our minds a little bit at just how inclusive God is with his gospel message, that no one is turned away. And we see it with Jesus later in the story as Jesus includes tax collectors and lepers and Samaritans and prostitutes and all these sinners that were considered on the outside of good church or good religion. And Jesus made a place for them and included them. And we see that right at his birth story with the shepherds and with the magi, that all are included at the place of the Lord. Amen? Love this story. Love you guys. Thank you for joining me for the children's sermon today.